Welcome to Band Bourbon Cigars, where we discuss marching band experiences and life situations. I'm your drum major of the podcast, Mr. Reggie. We also have The Rock, I said The Rock of the podcast, Mr. Herb himself. And then we have Miss, oh, look at her today, Miss Fancy Flo, your hula hoop queen herself. Listen here, ladies and gents, boys and girls, we have a person that is a 2018 graduate of Kentucky State University. This person majored in music education and marched with the Mighty Marching Thoroughbreds from 2013 to 2018, where he spent the first 2 years of marching in the saxophone section and the final 3 years as the drum major. This person received their master's degree in higher education at Western Kentucky University in 2021. Currently, this person is a recruiter for MBA recruiting and admissions at Vanderbilt University. I give you, drum roll, please, Mr. Jalen.
Welcome.
Welcome. Thank y'all for having me. That was an introduction. I was like, okay, getting pumped up here in the radio room.
Like, who is this guy? I want to meet him.
We gotta get you right.
Right.
Absolutely, man. How you been doing, man? How you been feeling, bro?
Man, I've been doing good. I've been doing good.
Feeling, bro? How you been?
Man, life's been doing good. I just had a son about 2 months ago, so just trying to do right by him, and he's just growing every day, keeping us up at night, so just dealing with that. But everything else has been solid so far.
What's up? Hey man, you cannot give a shout out to your son and don't give a shout out to your lady, man.
Oh, of course, she's doing great. She already knows she's the rock of the house, so he's doing her thing. She is the
Listen.
The pace. She's the real.
There's no son without her, man. There's no son without her.
Oh yeah, she did all the work.
What's up, bro? That's right. She did the work. She did the work, baby. For real. That's what's up, man. It was funny, man, because I didn't know that was the lady that was sitting at the table the last time we saw each other. We was at your son's wedding. And she was sitting at the table with us. We having this conversation. Didn't know. Yeah, that's cool. That's what's up. Well, Fancy, you looking very mature today.
Very mature, very demure.
Yes, all of those type of things. You're looking lovely and fancy as ever. Just
thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you
very
much. You're looking very chocolatey over there. Mm-hmm.
Chocolatey. Oh, it's like that you said that.
See, chocolate makes everything better. You need to get you a shirt like that.
No, I like al dente.
No, ain't no chocolate.
Well, you said she did all the work. Ooh, that's bad. I just was sharing a story with my daughter this morning about her brother when he was born. We'll share that another day. But very happy to see you guys today. Jalen, it's very nice to meet you. We're going to go ahead and jump right into these questions. So we have a real abstract question. This is something that's going to make you think real deep.
Let's get to it.
The bat.
Let's do it.
If you could assume the form of any animal, which one would you prefer and why?
Any animal. Let me see. That is a good one. Part of me, I think, would say eagle, just because they're dominant. You can fly and go about anywhere. I think it'd be between an eagle or maybe a shark, just because we don't really know what's all underwater, so just being able to swim and just be free in the ocean. I think either being all in the ocean or all in the sky, something like that. So
eagles are strong.
Man, why did you have to say eagle this morning? Lord have mercy.
I forgot man's they've been doing their thing too, so I think I just saw that. So
Who gonna say line?
Please don't tell me you're an Eagles fan.
No. Unfortunately, I'm a Titans fan.
Oh,
Titans, yes, that was my
okay.
college. My college, that was
All
our
right.
thing, mascot. Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw a video of an eagle snatch like a kid, not like a toddler, but like a 7-year-old, and it was attempting to, and it almost got him off the ground. But his daddy came, ran in. I said, "Oh, now I got to watch my babies around
Anybody
eagles."
mess with an eagle? You only mess with an eagle unless they want to get messed with.
So the kid probably did something to the eagle, and that's why he was picking him up and trying to snatch him off.
Oh no, he was looking for food. They gonna pick up anything small and tiny on the ground.
Yeah. I seen
That
eagle
kid
like
wasn't small though. That
deer.
had to be like a 60-pound kid. He was like 7 or 8 years old.
Yeah.
You ever see an eagle pick up a goat?
Yep.
I've seen that before.
Hey,
But see, I had never seen them pick up a human. That's why I was like, "What the hell?" But anyway,
tiny human.
what about y'all? What animal would y'all choose?
I'm gonna let Reggie go first because he already know what I'm gonna say.
A lion.
Hey, I wouldn't say lion if I was you. I wouldn't say lion.
I'm a Black Panther.
Okay.
Okay.
I've always been a Black Panther.
Yeah, lion
Before the movie came out, you know what I'm saying? That's because Black Panthers are really kind of like loners. You know what I'm saying? They can lead by themselves, they can walk by themselves, they can go wherever they want to go by themselves, and too many people don't mess with them either. You know what I'm saying? And then of course being black is all, you know what I'm saying, with that nice silky black skin. You know what I mean? It's majestic. You know what I'm saying? People love him, you know what I'm saying, without even really knowing nothing about him. So yeah, that's me all day. And they powerful.
So
smart cat.
I'm a piggyback on Jalen, the eagle. You know what I'm saying? They can see 100 miles away from the sky. I mean, like, they powerful, they strong, they don't mess with them. You ain't gonna walk up on the eagle. They smart, they intelligent, they flow, they move. You know what I mean? You got to be like water and wind, move with the flow. That's what they do. They move with the flow. They glide, they slide, they move, they fly. Oh, come on now. Number one in my book.
All right, Bruce Lee. You have to be one with the water and wind.
Yeah, man. Move with it.
I'm not sure what animal I would pick because when I first asked the question, I was thinking of a gazelle. But I don't know why I thought of a gazelle. I mean, I know that they're, they got this bounce to they walk, how they kind of, and they're graceful. But I don't know.
She walked.
See, that's what I thought of after I said it. And then I was like, I don't really know much about gazelles, so I'm gonna have to research gazelles and figure out why that was the animal that popped in my head. But as a second animal, I thought about an octopus. I don't know why I thought about an octopus. I think it's related to the fact that I love water. I'm drawn to water, and that was the first animal in the water but I don't. I'm gonna have to look up because now that's interesting because there's got to be some subconscious reason why I chose those two.
Hey, I can get down with the hippopotamus too.
Yeah.
Hippopotamus, that is a land take.
You just water.
Hey, ain't nothing but muscle. I mean, you look at hippopotamus like that's a fat mother. No, that's all muscle on that thing.
Ain't too many animals messing with hippos either.
Nobody.
Come through like boom, knocking.
Alligator.
The orangutans. What's the gorillas?
Silverbacks.
Silverbacks. That's the ones I'm thinking of.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody messing with them?
I almost said a gorilla. I almost said a dog too, just because I feel like dogs have it easy. You feel me? They get taken care of. They can roam during the day when they want to.
Dogs have really sharp instincts.
No, not necessarily. So if you think about the world, it's so many dogs and cats out on the street. I guarantee you walk outside right now. Hey, not all dogs getting taken care of. There's a lot of dogs and cats on the street, so they got to fend for themselves too. And then sometimes dogs get sore in the stick, depending on what kind of dog you are. You could be a fighting dog, you get ready to fight. So dogs don't have it always easy. It depends.
They ain't supposed to be in the house anyway. The animals will be outside.
I feel that. I feel that. I'm an outside dog person.
But I also like if I said that when my son was about 10 or 11, I wanted to get him a man's dog, like not a pit, but like maybe a lab or something big that he could grow with. Because my son, he a big boy, and he can't handle little poodles and you know what I'm saying. Them little ankle biters. No, I need him to have a man's dog so they can grow together. That could be his little buddy.
Got a German Shepherd in Yorkie, and my little homie is that Yorkie. Hey, he don't take nobody. Hey, little dogs, yeah, but hey, that's the only Yorkie I like, and that's the only Yorkie I'm gonna like. Only Yorkie I'm gonna get too, but it wasn't for me anyway. But my dog is German Shepherd and the Husky.
I like husky.
Now, if I had a second choice of animal, it'd be a black rhino.
Black rhino. Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, boy,
Not too many people mess with them.
strong.
Yeah, you don't mess with
That's
But
strong.
they,
You look at that rhino, you already like, nah, I ain't fucking with that right there.
but
You like
they like to hunt them damn things for their ivory.
Yeah, and they horns and everything. Yeah,
Mhm.
and
but
they fast
yeah,
and they
black
look
rhino. Mm-hmm.
That was an interesting question. I like that one. So here's our next one. How did you occupy your time when you were bored in college, Jalen?
Man, I was honestly, I was so busy in college. I was hardly ever bored. Um, whether it was, being involved with band, being a member of Kappa Kappa Psi, being a member of Omega Psi Phi, being a part of the SGA as well too. I was always doing something. So being bored at times is like, all right, I get to kick it. Like I'm fine with being bored. And if I was bored, I could always, being at HBCU, you can always go on the yard and find something to get into, whether that's good or bad. There's always something going on. So really looking back, I don't really remember being bored too often. And of course, I was big on grades too. So if I was bored, that means I should probably be doing our homework or studying or something. So just always finding time to keep my time going. So
Okay.
yeah,
Now I say, you and your Sans, the three of y'all, from looking from outside looking in, man, y'all kept busy. Y'all took the frat and was doing with the frat what we were doing when we were there. You know what I'm saying? And that was that season. We were like, okay, everything's gonna be all right. These young bucks is doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? Not only they working with the frat, they becoming the president of this and that. They wait a minute. When you KSU King or something like
I
that?
was Mr.
Mr.
KSU,
KSU? Yeah,
2016.
Mr. KSU. That paperwork was getting done. Whenever, you know what I'm saying, me as an OG come in town, y'all made sure y'all came by to, you know what I'm saying, kick it and get that knowledge, man, from a young buck to an old pup. You see what I'm saying? So your group, your era of bros, and when y'all was there in that bedroom, you held it down from the drum major position, all of that. I've always admired that about you three.
Man, we appreciate it. And of course, we had, folks like yourself, like Herb, Brandon Green, Randy, Maverick, a whole lot of guys that, we looked up to. And, we was never scared to, reach out for advice. And a lot of it, just wanted to do right by you all because, y'all paved the way for us. And, that's, one thing we try to, pass down, to, it's not just our, chapter, it's y'all's chapter as well too. So just doing by you all, helps us in the long run as well too. Like I said, just doing right by the band and getting the paperwork and everything done and just trying to be, people that younger folk in the band look up to as well too, because that's why a lot of us joined, because we saw someone else in the band that we looked up to in those leadership roles and things like that. We wanted to be kind of the same for the upcoming folk. So
that's what's that. I mean, Herb and Cool Breeze, we discuss the frat constantly all the time, still to this day. You know what I mean? And one of the things Cool Breeze is keep bringing up is a leadership program beyond what we're learning coming through the process. And I'm thinking, man, that'll be a great thing to put together. You know what I'm saying? If some of these great minds that we have, you know what I'm saying, within the frat get together, man, and and create a leadership program beyond the process. You know what I'm saying? I think that would take the organization to the next level where it's, you know what I mean? To that next level, because we definitely need that. Because a lot of bros get in, that'd be it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of t-shirt wearers out there. They ain't into the paperwork, they ain't into the business part of it. You know what I mean? But if there's a set program there, leadership program, then to help them get to that next level, man, and understanding everything, how it runs an organization, not just KK but the band in their lives, in their classrooms, or wherever else they're doing in life. You know what I'm saying? It would help.
I feel like leadership is something that's contagious to other people who are leaders. You understand what I'm saying? So like in a setting of a band, say you got your incoming freshman class. The leaders in that incoming class, even if they don't know that they are leadership material, they will watch the leaders, and something about those leaders will kick something off in them, and it's contagious, and it just sparks the next. It just kind of keeps going, you know. So I think that a leadership program, even at this stage, would be awesome, because not only would it impact the college level, it could potentially trickle down to the local high schools and further on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And we need those in the community. That's what we're lacking. We're lacking leadership in the communities, you know.
A lot of people want to sit back and wait, but it's like at this point we don't have any more Malcolm X's and Martin Luther Kings. We are that generation.
It's on us.
Whoever that Martin Luther King is from our group, that whoever are they activated yet? They need to be stepping up, you know.
Well, we have them. We have them. It's just that we are living that Willie Lynch situation concept, right? So what did they do with Malcolm? What did they do with, you know, saying Dr. King? They assassinated him nationally in the open. And it's a recurrent thing that you see all the time. So in your psyche, you saying, hey, or Fred Hammond. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not about to step up and be that boisterous so that they come after me and murder me.
I'm gonna find a different way to still be a leader and still be effective.
They're there. They're just quiet with it compared to being outgoing with it because of the fear of being murdered or taken out, man.
Yeah,
you know?
and that's real. I can understand that too. You know, because nobody wants to volunteer to be killed, but you know, when they put our backs against the wall and it's like death or else, you know. And that's one thing I've learned about me is like when my back is against the wall, when it's a situation like that, I'm coming out swinging. So and it's so unpredictable for people because they think, oh, she's so nice and sweet and okay. Y'all gonna trigger Harriet.
And that's why I text you that message in our group text because I saw your message on social media with your head down crying about that school and
yeah, I had a little moment. Yep.
Yes, you did.
I'm gonna share a little bit about that. So I had a little moment, Jalen. I'm going back to grad school. I'm gonna go get my master's in school counseling.
Come on.
It has taken me 10 years to finally decide, okay, I'm gonna go back. And the conversation was sparked by a student in one of my classrooms when I was in the classroom. And so I finally then registered. I finally got it accepted and I registered. And the class I picked was a Monday from like 4 to something, 6:30. My kids got out of school at 3 and 3:30. And I'm the only parent. So in that moment, I was on TikTok and I was going live about something else. And that was the emotion that came out. So I just kept recording. And I was sitting and I was tapping my forehead. I'm like, oh my God, how am I going to get one kid, get the other kid, and be ready for class? And I was in full panic mode. And I just posted it on TikTok. And my TikToks go to my Facebook. And I posted it, forgot about it. Hours later, I came back. It was all these comments. And Reggie sent me a post like, you know, I don't remember the gist of it, but a lot of the messages I got was like, you got this, you're going to be fine. And then my best friend called and was like, sis, I got Mondays off now. I'll go grab the kids. And she lives 6 minutes from my daughter's school. I'll go grab the kids. And my other best friend was like, see if you could sign your son up for an after school program and I'll swing and get him after. And I'm like, but in that moment, I had to release the emotion. Like, all right, I'm sending it into the universe, you know. But I appreciate y'all for reaching out, Reggie. I appreciate you for doing that in my moment. But that's one thing I've learned about me is one of my biggest strengths is my transparency. You know, a lot of people will keep something like that private. Whereas for me, I can't hold it because then I'm implode. You know, I got to let it out. And whoever's supposed to see it, that's who gets to see it, you know.
And I think we forget, you know, a lot of those moments, you know, we keep it in. We don't allow others to help us. You know, if we keep in our thoughts, we can't allow God to bless us if we don't ask for a blessing. In a lot of situations. So it's all going to work out in the end. Sometimes you just got to ask, and, you know, we have that community for us. We just have to embrace it and support each other.
Yeah, that's true. Have you all had a moment where you had a weakness like that, or a moment where you just felt like you needed help and didn't know where it was going to come from and just either kept it to yourself or shared it?
Yeah, I can't remember now off top, but there's been many. Let me think. Somebody else can go.
Yeah, I say I'm the same. I know it's been plenty. I think for myself, it was kind of similar situation. I was back getting my master's, and I was just doing a lot. I was working 2 jobs. I was trying to coach at the same time and get the class, and just pulling myself in all these different ways. And I just felt like I had to break down for a second because I feel like I didn't have control of my life. And I just had to talk to somebody. And, of course, my mom's always there for me. So she's always one of the first people, I talk to. And she just, told me keep pushing and, pray about it. And everything worked out. I had to really just, get my planner together, ask for help when I need it. Because I think that's another thing for myself. And I think a lot of Black men in general, a lot of times we don't want to ask for help. We want to just carry everything on our shoulders and, we'll be fine any day. But, it's okay to ask for help when you need it. So that's something I'm still learning to this day, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Me too.
So let's switch to a light.
I remember
topic.
one.
You do? Okay, good.
I remember one. I remember one. It's a good one. So remember, I'm always talking about that. I never thought I was college material, right? From all the conversations that parents or uncles would say to me growing up and everything like that, my grades and all of that. So I didn't think that I would be able to make it to college. And so I go to college. I end up going to college with the young lady, which I was engaged with. We went to college engaged, but stuff just kept happening. It just kept happening. Just kept happening. And I just remember this one particular night. It's the first time God was able to speak to me, that I heard him speak to me. Let's put it that way. And there's a full moon. It's up to my right. And she's talking to me. But I'm looking at the full moon. And I hear God's voice like, leave her alone. Like, but God, I love her. Leave her alone. But yeah, but I used to do and I used to be, leave her alone. But she got my ring on her finger. I mean, why would you do that? And we don't end up making it. And this young lady, we don't end up making it. You know what I'm saying? A whole big thing. Everything that I had promised myself in life that I would never do, I did with this young lady and ended up going to jail and all of that crap. Right. But just in that process, I'm like, why do I have to go through this? Where my life gonna go now? Because this young lady was very smart and she would help me write my papers and all that kind of stuff because I didn't know how to even write a complete sentence when I got to, college. You know what I mean? So I'm just going through all these emotions. Like, I'm not gonna be able to make it. How I'm gonna make it? I can't go back home. I'll be embarrassed and blah, blah, blah. But it was just in that moment that some just was like, just take it a moment at a time. You know where to go. We had something called this what is it, CSC Center or CIC Center, some CSC Center, something like that. Career Research Center. That's what it was, CRC. But this place is, you can go there and people will help you write your papers. So I would have to go, weeks in advance before my paper is due just to get help with this. But just through that situation, it was just, I was so in a spotlight. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? My girl done left me. I done been to jail. I don't know how to write this. I don't know how to do this. And it just worked out to where here it is. I've graduated with my degree. You know what I mean? I've been working now in my profession for 24 years at a high level. You know what I mean? So understanding that we go through these storms, or when we in these storms, it's gonna be a storm. But what you're gonna learn after of it. You're gonna be able to come out of it. So I've learned a lot from that. And I carry it with me now to this day as one of my tools to get by when things do get hard. So, so that's one of those situations too.
Interesting. So we're gonna shift gears a little bit. We tend to get a little, sometimes it's like a therapy session, so we're gonna switch gears. And so what was your favorite food in college? I liked all food. I still like all food.
I'm gonna say anything that was free.
We had something called the grill. I don't think the grill wasn't there by the time you got there, Jalen. But it was on the backside, right there, where the band hall is, where the trash cans is, stuff like that. So there used to be a ramp right there that go into the backside of the building. That was the grill was right there. So you go up in there, man, get you a Mystic, a cheeseburger, and them greasy fries. Boy, you be chicken sandwich. Hey.
It was the bomb.
Mystic.
Yeah.
I ain't had a
sound all right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to get a Mystic today now. I had a Mystic in years.
I remember that.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, the
I went to
grill.
school here in Detroit, and so I went to UAD Mercy, and I know there was a Little Caesars. There was a Burger King across the street. So Reggie, I don't know if you remember what Livernois looked like between 6 Mile and I can't think of what the other street is, but there was a Burger King, LeVan Hawkins Burger King, right across from campus at UAD. We used to walk over there all the time. And then there was also Little Caesars not too far. That's back when I used to kill a whole hot and ready by myself. Nowadays, I can't do that. But
shit, I do that right now. What you talking about?
Right.
I don't like Little Caesars no more.
What?
Oof.
Yeah, no.
Little Caesars don't like me. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Read between the lines. Little Caesars don't like me. So I avoid him or her, whoever owns that store. But yeah, but I used to eat all that stuff. Oof.
That's how I am with White Castle. It don't like me no more either. So I'll tear that up.
It don't like
the player case. We tear that up, but now.
When I do go there now, I'll eat the chicken rings.
Yeah, or their breakfast is alright. I get some.
They got breakfast.
But I know for myself too. Like I never really ate Subway until I got to college because that was one of the restaurants they had in our little student center, and that was something I would just be at every week. Then we had a little like stir fry kind of like pasta station in our calf. That was really good. So I'll tear those up. But like I said, anything that was free in college, I was eating it up. So
yep. There was a young lady that was in our
y'all had a little bit better. Y'all had a little bit better than us.
Reggie, there was a girl in our building named Renita, and she had a plug-up eye, like a stove eye. And I think her family was from the South, but she was from Albion, Michigan. When I tell you this girl would cook everything, she had that and a toaster oven. I watched her cook whole Thanksgiving meals in the dorms on that thing. Matter of fact, she was one that taught me, between her and my other friend, I learned how to make cornbread from scratch in college. I learned how to make a lot of like soul food type meals in college on that little single eye. Man.
Y'all about to burn out the whole building.
Nobody died.
No.
We ate good. I'm gonna have to reach out to her. Matter of fact, I might invite her on the show. That'll be interesting. Mm-hmm.
That was one thing. Looking back, that was one of the good things about being a drum major is everybody kind of want to cook for us. So we would get somebody to make. It was me and my homie Javian. We were two guys at the time, so we would get someone little younger girls in the band to cook for us a good meal. They'd be taking care of us. Now, some of them wasn't as good, so we can't blame them. But the ones that was really showing out, they were showing out.
Mm-hmm. They like, yeah, I'm gonna get him. They kept some food.
They tried.
Which ones were showing out?
Let's.
He like, yeah.
Go ahead.
It was a few. They were throwing out.
Mm-hmm. So there was no shortage of meals, is what we're hearing.
Yeah, no shortage. We was eating good.
I didn't eat much when I was on the yard because I didn't live on the yard. So what I'm saying, I only was in the dorm one semester. My first year is my freshman. After that January, I moved off the yard. So with me, when I eat, I have to release at least 15, 30 minutes later. So I ain't going nowhere else. Look here, I ain't about to eat all this food up here, man, because I'm gonna have to go and I can't get back into the crib. I didn't have a car either.
Oh yeah.
No, so I can give me a little juice,
Little
orange juice. No, I gotta have it was nice. Look, I mean, when you play the numbers, when you play the numbers, there's nice ladies that would like to just give you a ride here and there, and get you home. And
there was a lot of ladies that was willing to just do for y'all. That's interesting.
Anybody like that? You just didn't. I'm a nice gentleman. What are you talking about?
I'm not saying that. I'm just wondering what the gentlemen were that wanted to do for the ladies, because
it goes both ways. It's always reciprocated.
Okay. Yeah, it goes both ways. Yeah. We just had a conversation last night. We just told you I know how to cook.
Which, from y'all's point of view, the gentleman wasn't trying to do nothing for y'all, so of course that wouldn't be y'all experience.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
Yeah, like a homeboy, like, yeah, dog, let me cook. No, that's weird. Like, no, so that wouldn't happen. And then as a woman, I would be a little leery if a gentleman telling me he want me to come to his dorm because he gonna cook. I'd be like, can I bring my friend? So okay, yeah, that really wouldn't work. Yeah.
Now, so
you can bring your friend.
We only cooked for the fellas when we was what was that at the frat house? That's the only time we cooked.
Right, yeah, or something like that.
For you, never like that. So the only time we cooked, we used our food, go to the grocery store, and we eat in the frat house eating.
Yeah.
And that's because there's a game on or something like that. Somebody's
grilling, there's a game on, we just kicking it kind of thing. Yep.
Yeah.
So Jalen, you played saxophone for a period, then you were a drum major. How long did you play saxophone for?
So initially, when I first started band back in 6th grade, I started out on clarinet. And I wanted to play saxophone, but my band director at the time was like, we have too many saxophone players. I think you could be really good at clarinet. Plus, my mom already had a clarinet as well, so we didn't have to buy one. So he's like, we're going to start you on clarinet. And, in a couple of years, we can switch you over to saxophone. So I played clarinet. He had me play bassoon as well in middle school and high school. And then around my junior year, he was like, all right, we need some more saxophone players, so I'm going to switch you over. And that's when I started. So played junior, senior year, then I got to K-State. That was kind of like my main instrument was playing saxophone. So, and even, when I became drum major, I would still, pick up the saxophone every now and then because I was a music ed major. So I still had to practice and perform as well, too. So.
How easy was the transition from clarinet to saxophone? I imagine it probably wasn't too challenging because the reed mouthpiece is similar.
Yeah, and a lot of the fingerings for clarinet are similar to saxophone as well too. Saxophone is just bigger, so it does require more oxygen when you're playing. But for the most part, it was pretty easy for me, and I can pick up a lot of woodwind instruments pretty easy for the most part. So except for flute, flute was a little tough for me when I was taking that class, but a lot of other ones were pretty easy for me.
I tried flute. It was difficult.
Yeah.
I started with violin and then clarinet. And then by high school, I picked up the baritone. I tried trombone for a little bit. Didn't stick. But, I could play a few things on it, but because I thought it would be easier going from baritone to trombone, but I couldn't do the positions. It was difficult for me to find that. But I probably just didn't stick with it long enough,
We had to take a brass class. I think I took that my junior year at K-State. And I love trombone. I was like, man, if I could go back and start over, I'd have been on trombone or something. But no, I love playing saxophone though. I need to get back to playing more. Just life kind of just gets busy, but I still enjoy playing every now and then.
Herb, you played. I know Reggie played trumpet. Herb, what did you play again?
Baritone.
I said baritone, right? Yeah.
No, I was trumpet in high school. I was trumpet in high school. I played mellophone in college.
Oh.
I thought you played mellow.
Okay. Well, I'm glad I brought that up because I just remember you being on trumpet. Okay. And Herb, I don't know how I forgot you played baritone.
I don't know. We talk about it every week.
Baritone.
I'm getting old. Things happen. We be drinking, so I mean that explains that. That is
Flo. You in your mature mode right now, so I forgive you.
What?
Hey, listen, it's all right.
We got company. I would just exit. I would storm out the room on you, but we got company.
Let that shit go. Let it go. Children,
I ain't mad at you. I didn't forget you played baritone and violin, but
Ooh.
Herb,
I'ma stop.
You want to fight?
I'm gonna blame it on alcohol.
Alcohol.
I think it's time for us all to take a sip. Everybody take a
sip.
Let's
go here. But since we in that break, where we're gonna go ahead and have this break, bro. We're gonna put some smoke in the air.
Yeah, boy,
and everything. And
this is our sponsor.
And at this segment right here. Hold on,
Love
wait a minute now. Come on now.
Love Potions is our
this
sponsor.
segment right here, Jalen, is we put some smoke in the air. Is that you tell a story, one of your band stories, being that is, saying politics, cool, Bound, check a bound, bound. However you want to say, whatever story you want to tell us. You know what I'm saying? Only thing we say is don't put no names in it unless you want to add the names. If you want to add the names, that's on you. All right. But if you don't want to add the names, you ain't got to add the name.
Make sure that whoever name you add, they okay with you adding. Don't be putting people on blast.
Right.
Hey,
Right.
do what you gotta do.
Man.
Do what you got to do, bro.
Hey, you've been in situations like that before. Work it out.
Man, it's been a man. Of course, we got a ton of band stories. One of our favorite trips we ever took was Mardi Gras for sure. We went in 2018. That was one of the first times the band ever went down, man, and we had a great time, man. We did like 2 or 3 different parades. Got down there, I think that Friday and stayed till we left, I think Tuesday morning, maybe. But I think it was that Sunday night, man, we had a free night. So we was out on Bourbon Street kicking it. So as soon as we get there, man, we get this, big little fishbowl. And it was the liquor, you couldn't really taste it. So it was like, man, let's just down it. Terrible decision. I had taken an edible too on my which if I could go back, I would take that back. But I took the edible and then we downed the fishbowl. 30 minutes later, we are slurred. We don't know where we're at. We are going through it. People check every 5 minutes to find where everybody's at, man. We had the assistant band director, our guy Jordan at the time. He's in the back throwing up. We trying to find the bus. Everybody's lost, man. It was crazy. So we get back to a hotel room. We're all folded. I was drum major at the time. The other 2 drum majors throwing up. Well, the other drum majors throwing up, and then my homie JV, and he's the only one that's like sober-minded. So next thing you know, Doc, our band director, is calling for us to meet. So I'm folded, passed out in the room. Some random girl's giving me a back massage. Lord is somewhere throwing up, and Jamie is running around Jamie's running around trying to find all of us to get us together, man. And I don't know. I still don't know what Doc wanted to talk about or whatever, but we met and went from there. So, but that's just one kind of memory that kind of just stuck out a little bit. Just us getting tore up in Mardi Gras and trying to get out of New Orleans.
What was John Atkins with y'all?
Yep. So he was
he told us a story about this Mardi Gras. Remember this Mardi Gras story he told?
Oh yeah, he showed it.
Yeah, probably the same trip.
Talking about the edible. Somebody selling the edible and somebody going to jail and all that.
Oh no, that was the next year.
Oh, okay.
I went back.
But and I ain't gonna say the names, but the connect was the same person. So that's all I'll say.
The connect. I just thought about power.
So man. Mardi Gras was something else.
Edibles and liquor do not mix.
Never again. I'll take that back. I did do it one more time, but other than that, never.
I was sharing the story on Thanksgiving.
So you don't wish you had took it back because you did it twice.
Y'all probably did it more than twice.
I do have another story as well too, man. So it involves an edible. So my Neos had just probated for KK side. This was spring 2017, right? We was kicking it. We had a big party for him. We was having a good time. Met a nice young lady that wanted to just kick it for the night. So I'm like, all right, I'm down. I'm cool. I'm tore up off the edible already. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna run to my car real quick, and then we can kick it, have drinks, whatever. I get to my car. I don't know what I was thinking about. I was like, you know what? Let me just sit down for like just 5 minutes. The next thing I know, it's pouring down raining at 7:30 in the morning. Any opportunity I had to, kick it, it was over. Everybody was gone. I'm confused. I don't know where I'm at. It was over. So I just had to take the L that night.
It might not have been an L.
You're right about that. It might not have been the L. That might have been God looking out. So
yeah, absolutely. That's why I was just about to go with this one. Definitely, God
like,
looking out.
she said we could kick it for the night. You like, okay, God was like, sit down.
yeah. Like really, go to sleep.
That's how my edible story went. I was at the bar with 3 of my friends. And matter of fact, I was having a good old time. I was hula hooping, everything. And like while I was moving, I couldn't know what's going on. I'm moving. I finally sat down. I sat for like maybe 30 minutes and we were getting ready to go. And
I didn't realize you sat down.
I said, okay, y'all, if we gonna go, say something now. Cause if I get up, I can only make it to one spot. So we got up, we started walking, and I got over to my friend who's a DJ. I said, hey, I'm gonna need you to carry me to my car. He said, how the hell am I carry you to your car? I can't carry you. I said, okay, I'm about to sit back down. I sat back down. Another 10 minutes went by because my best friend ran into somebody she knew. So they talking. So finally we get ready to go again. I get up, I start walking. We get to the outside of the bar and I'm like, oh shit, y'all. And I find the wall and I lean against the wall. They're like, you good? I'm like, yeah. And I start sliding down the wall. I'm sitting on the ground like this. They're like, oh shit, Flo, what the hell? I was like, I don't know. I had half of edible and 2 margaritas.
Oh, gotta do it.
And then my best friend went to go get me some water. And I looked up and I was out there on the ground by myself. And this guy came over. He was like, yeah, sis, you good. We got you. No, the fuck you don't. And as I looked over, both my best friends came back over like, here you go. Here's your water. And I'm like, you see them 2 niggas? They like, yeah, they left. And I don't know who those guys were, but I think somebody put something in my drink that night because the way it hit me, I was aware of what was happening, but it was happening too fast. I'm like, where's the wall? Hold on.
No, that was that edible.
Yeah, they spike you in the face.
I still think something happened because
low.
I was having paranoid.
Yeah,
I could have been. I don't know, but that was the last time I did that. This was August. This just happened in August, September. Yeah, I'm good on that. So
he's leaving stuff out. You know, we've been doing this for a while now. And I had this crazy weekend. No, she kept it to herself. Flo, you be holding a lot of stuff back.
It just goes back in the back, and then see, this is what be bringing it out.
I know, blame it on
that. I remember this one time. And I was telling them on Thanksgiving, I was like, when we be on the podcast and I get to drinking, and I'm like, yeah, I remember this one time. And Herb and Reggie be like, Flo, you always had stories. And so I had them cracking up on Thanksgiving at the table talking about y'all too. And then it'll just come back, But yeah, edibles and liquor, I don't do that no more.
Yeah, that will get you. I got 2 stories when it comes to alcohol and everything. Now I didn't edibles went out when I was doing my thing and stuff like that. So since I've been sober for 11 and a half years, it's been a whole lot of stuff that came out since then. But this one particular story, the first one is that I'm not even in college yet. It's the year right before I come to K-State. But my homeboy was at K-State. So he got, a couple of chicks. He was like, hey, I got these couple of chicks. I'm gonna bring them back to the D. I like, bet. So we hanging out with them and stuff. And one of the chicks was in the band, play percussion too. Man, I done got so damn fucked up because he took his little chick to the back and everything. I done got so damn fucked up. Next thing I know, he kicking me, waking me up. I'm butt booty ass naked, sitting on the floor in between her legs, and she's smoking a cigarette. I did shit. I passed out. So she just held me. She just held me and smoked a cigarette. That was one of them. The second one, now I am in college. And now, what I'm saying, I'm doing my thing in college. So I come back to the crib, I'm with the big boys and everything. I'm telling them, I do. So we drinking. We was on some dark, then we ended up on some light. And this one chick in the neighborhood come through. So we go and kick it. I'm driving. We go to we got a park in Detroit called Belle Isle. We go out to Belle Isle and stuff. Man, I'm drinking on that Parmesan out there. And I get in the grass, and for some odd reason in my head, I'm saying, let's lay down so I can get with you. Man, I laid down in that grass, was trying to pull that girl down in that grass. Man, I looked up at them stars. Why did I do that? The world got to spinning. I'm out. Next thing I know, I remember I wake up the next day. There's a bucket by my grandmama's couch and everything like that, man. So the
So you
chick
did
had
get
picked
home.
me up. She literally picked me up, put me in my car, drove my car back to my people's crib because that's where she saw me at. Got out the car. Only thing she took was the Parmesan and walked home. My uncles and was like, hey, yo, as all you kept saying, she didn't take my wallet, did she? Check my wallet, did she take my money?
Wow, she must have been strong.
Or he must have been small.
Yeah. You know, I was about 140, 145 then. Yeah.
Wow.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, yeah, you. I
Wow.
don't know. I can't remember what you look like now, but you always have been thin.
Yeah, I was 135, 140 in high school. I fluctuated
I
between
don't think I ever
135 and
weighed that much.
145 in high
I
school.
don't think I ever weighed that much. I was
I
at
mean,
least
you
100
couldn't have
pounds
came
more
out
than
the
you in
womb
high
with
school.
that. I'm about to say you can't be that in coming out that womb, boy. That'll tear that thing up.
I ain't seen 135 since I passed it on the way up.
That.
Like, shit, I don't know.
Good one.
Since I passed it on the way up.
I say that a lot.
Oh,
when
man.
I say it, people crack it up. I don't remember it. I think I feel the bourbon kicking in.
Yeah. I gotta hear the bourbon kicking
That's
in.
funny.
You hear it?
Yeah.
So you know what? Let's build our perfect marching band. We usually wait to the end to do that, but I feel like we should jump into that right now. What y'all think? Should we save it?
It's whatever. It's whatever. We can go.
Jalen?
We can
So
go.
Jalen, build your perfect marching band. You could pull the parts from any other band, high school, college, whomever, any era.
So I'm trying to get just build my perfect band like in general or like
You tell us.
However
It
you
could
want to
be
build it. However
band,
you want to build it, from front to back. Your band directors, all the way back from your band directors to your percussionists. You know what I'm saying? If you just want it to be one band, it can be one band. If you want, trumpets from this school, trombones from this school, or if you want a jazz band, however you want it, it's your thing.
All percussion. It's a drum corps.
Okay. I'll try to mainly use like my experiences, like people I played with for the most part. Which of course, there are great schools that have great bands, a little bit everywhere, but I'll think let me think. For band director, if we go, I think I'm thinking more so marching band. So I may go Mr. Level as the main director, then have Cortrell Davis. He was the band director for a year, my sophomore year. Have him as the assistant. I think they would be a good duo. I'll take my high school wind section. So all the flutes and clarinets from my high school, Bowling Green High. Mainly because PWIs, they'd be pretty deep, across the board, especially with their woodwind. So we probably had 10, 15 flutes, close to 20 clarinets. So I'll take all of them for sure. Then of course, a couple, players from K-State as well too. Ricky, a couple of the twins that are clarinet players, my guy Stefan, my girl Shante.
You name the names, not sections.
No, I was thinking for clarinet players that play clarinet.
That's what's up.
Yeah, no.
That I just remembered. I'll take my K-State saxophone section though, especially my sophomore year. I think we had a good group. And then the trumpet section from 2017. I think they was close to. I might be mistaken. They may have had 15, 16 trumpets. That was pretty solid. My guy Nuri was the leader, and he was doing his thing. I'll take the. I'm trying to think. That's that trumpet section. They had a really good mellophone section a couple years ago. I think it might have been maybe 2019, or it might have been after COVID. But one of those years, they had a really solid mellophone section. The tuba section, I think, in 2019 was really solid. So I'll take that tuba section. Actually, no, it was 2018 because my guy Aaron was still marching, and he had them boys together. So I'll take the tuba section. I think I'm missing what? Trombone, baritone, and percussion. Let me think. This is a good question. I'll take the trombone section from 2017, because they were really solid and they was pretty deep. I think the baritone section that year was pretty solid as well. So I'll take them. Then percussion. I almost want to go to percussion my freshman year, and I don't know if that's just because I was just so amazed by them, just getting to K-State, but they were all great. And of course, I'd add a few other guys like John, my guy Mac, and a few other people as well too. But my freshman year, I just remember being so amazed by the drum line, so I definitely would take them. Then I think I'll just take the K-Rets from. Actually, I might take the K-Rets, the dances from my freshman year as well too, just because I was in love with them. They're all beautiful. They're all grown to me. I'll take them. And then the Flag Girls or Silks. I'll take what year is that? 2018 Silks. They were all fire as well. And then the drum majors, I'll take myself, of course. My guy Lord, who to me is one of the best to do it. And then my guy Alex, who brought me in basically, and to me is also one of the best to do it. So us three, I think we would kill the game. So that's kind of that would be the marching band I would go with.
I guarantee you.
I think so.
You take those three, y'all three right there, and just me, I'll kill y'all ass. I'll be by myself.
It's his.
A little bit confident.
Just ever do it is right here. Right here. All three of y'all. Hey, I'm gonna hit you up like oh boy. All three of y'all. Three of y'all. Take y'all out.
That's funny because I got a visual. Reggie out there like.
I'm going at him. Because I'm gonna tell them y'all can't use none of my moves.
Hey, you might get us there.
Don't drum majors have?
You can't use none of my moves.
What'd you say?
Y'all only got like 8 moves, right?
It's way more than 8 moves.
No, yeah, we got a few. Reggie came up with
way more than 8.
Well, for all time, Reggie came up with a good amount of them.
Reggie, I'm gonna have to go back to some videos and see.
And we don't always bust them all out either.
It was a good old day.
What's that?
Nope, you don't always bust them all out. Nope.
Yep.
Herb, what's that?
You in the chamber, we ain't
Herb used to be.
That was a shout out for Cool Breeze.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Cool Breeze. What song did your marching
band some good
play
times, man.
most often? What song did you play most often?
I mean, of course, the butt is the K-State, staple. Outside of that, we had a song that R. Kelly had called "Leg Shaking." That when Doc brought it, we was killing it, so we would play that often. And then, of course, Dirty Diana too was a big one we used to play often. So, but yeah, the butt, is the K-State. War and Torture is another one that they still play and kill it. So,
I think in high school we played Get Ready.
Let me tell you the history. I'll give you the history on the butt.
Okay.
Yeah. That was our staple in high school was Get Ready. But the history of the butt at K-State, that started off as a percussion thing. That was just a percussion thing. They would just do it. That's all it was. And then the tubas joined in and started playing the bass line to it. Yeah. And then years later, I think about 2 years after I left, the trombone started playing a part to it. Da, 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 all that type of stuff. And then next thing you know, the whole band was playing. I think when Bailey got there, Mr. Bailey and stuff like that, he brought it out. Brought the whole arrangement. Yeah, that's a K-State thing right there, the butt.
Yeah.
So how was when you say it was this percussion?
Hey, it don't matter where you hear it. Oh.
I was about to ask if it was percussion, but it was that you just hummed it. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Do it.
Yeah, once you did that, now I can hear it. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And then the tuba. So yeah, okay. It came together in my head. I'm like, okay, I could hear it. Yeah, I remember we played. I was telling my daughter this morning, I was like, I can still play Get Ready on my baritone.
Trombone. Oh yeah, that was our staple too. Little history on that, you know. J-State made it famous when they did Motown 20. All right.
Okay.
But actually, the song, the director, Dow Taylor, right? Dow Taylor, right? I believe.
Yep.
They was at K-State before they went to J-State. So he was the band director at K-State. He wrote the song, that arrangement at K-State. K-State was playing Get Ready before J-State was playing.
And that's what I was kind of saying earlier, from what I was told, at least, that when Dow Taylor went to Jackson State, he took, the name, kind of K-Reds, and took the girls' name and, made them J-Sets. So that's kind of where that name came from too. That's from what I was told.
Is that how it happened?
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that one. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that one. Excuse me.
But I did hear about the Get Ready too, though.
Yeah. Is there a movie that reminds you of college marching band or your particular college?
It used to be in the library at one point.
It probably still is deep in there somewhere. But I'm sorry, can you say that question again?
Oh, I was just asking if there was a movie that reminded you of a college marching band, or if there was a movie that reminded you specifically of your college marching band experience.
I feel like everyone would want to say Drumline, so I'm not going to say that. I'm trying to think of something different.
Now, see, for me, it's American Pie. Because I went to PWI, so of course my band experience was a bit different. We didn't do weird stuff with our instruments like that, but
right.
At least I didn't. I don't know if they. Yeah.
Woo!
That's a funny one. I feel like some instances was kind of like The Hangover, in a sense, where of course everybody wants to do right, but then one night before maybe a big performance or something, somebody's missing or somebody's over here passed out. We just got to get the band together. So I think that's like one kind of in the same kind of like American Pie kind of thing.
Fools and stuff.
Yeah. Everybody's a little bit everywhere. So
yeah, I'm going with the Goodfellas. Y'all ever seen that movie, The Goodfellas?
I'm gonna have to go back to it because I remember seeing it. I just don't remember any details from it. It's been a long time.
That's the same for me. It's been a minute.
That's that gangster movie, ain't it?
Yep. Yeah.
Look, it was a lot of that going on in the world too. Around that, but it's some characters, man. It was some characters. Hey, everybody ain't nervous in that marching band. You got some gangsters, you got dealers, you got gang bangers, you got all kinds of stuff going on. You know what I mean?
That's
you got
thing,
you know what I'm saying? You got kleptos.
I was telling somebody that a while back that at K-State band you get a little bit of everything. You get your nerds, you get your drug dealers, and everything in between. Like
people's messing with other dudes' wives, bros messing with other bros' wives, bros fighting bros.
That ain't safe.
Mess with professors, you get a little bit of everything.
band directors, messing with
You said that
kids.
ain't safe. That's what I said. Good fellas.
That ain't safe.
You get a little bit of everything.
Wow.
For them.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff be going on.
Yeah.
Good fellas.
Wow.
Good fellas.
Y'all band
Cops
kids.
involved and stuff, all kind of stuff, man. Yeah.
Open up the forum.
What if somebody
Yeah,
answered that
so
question? Like,
I mean,
yeah,
think
my
about even when we was in high school, you had the
yeah. Well, when you
Mhm.
speak about high school band, the movie that popped in my head now was what's that movie with that girl Diamond?
Players
Not
Club.
this isn't a reference about Diamond who was in the band with us, but
Players Club.
Players Club.
Yeah.
I don't know why that just popped in my
Nah,
head, but the girl with the blonde hair, her Roxy, whatever her name was, she just popped in my head being a bully. So
Yeah, you had some of that going on too.
yeah,
We had the Players Club going on too.
Yep.
yep.
Boom,
I knew who
boom,
some of the
boom,
girls
shower
was that was.
dancing.
What was that, Life?
Ooh wee. That's a good question for Facebook. So, to sum
Hey,
up your
put that bottle. No, don't put that bottle up her. But that bottle that Herb got over there too was part of that too.
Oh yeah, it was definitely part of it. Y'all know what it is.
it's
Y'all know what
grayed
it
out.
is.
I can't see it.
I know. That's the whole point.
That was part of it.
Oh, okay. We advertise for them. When they become a sponsor, we advertise for them.
Yeah,
I would toss it out every single time because there's always some in the house.
that's right.
Hey,
Oh,
Listen, I've seen that bottle disappear.
mm-hmm. It don't take
wait.
long.
Like we're not drinking from that no more.
Oh yeah. I've seen that too.
That's what I thought you meant.
I mean,
Well, I hope they disinfect the bottle first.
Yeah.
'cause
I've seen
all them
money
hands been
get
on it.
picked up and thrown back at the
listen.
same over and over again. That was another shout out to Cool Breeze.
No.
Cool Breeze. You got some stories.
Yeah, man.
Man.
Oh man, yeah, we got stories, especially man, that food. We definitely got damn stories, boy.
Oh shit.
Man, that got that. I mean, we played damn Tunk. Was it Tunk? Yeah, Tunk. For damn near 4-5 hours with some pennies, with like 10 cent a piece.
Oh no, man, we did
Just
that
taking
with
each other money back and forth.
That sounds kind of fun though.
Just pennies.
So same thing. Me and Cool Breeze. Yeah, pennies, playing poker with pennies. I mean, we coming in with shoes, bottles, coffee mugs full of pennies, playing poker. That was a long game. Them was some long games.
They do sound like fun though.
It
It
does.
be some long games, boy.
It was fun, but there was some long games.
Yeah, just the pennies.
I mean, you understand, coffee mugs full of pennies. You trying to count out $1, $2. I'm all in. How many you got?
That sounds like a good game to play at home. I might have to do that with my kids. Play Uno with some pennies. Whoever loses,
Man.
I'm gonna come up with something. But that's kind of gambling, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is gambling.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't want to teach them how to gamble. No,
Well,
it's still a gift because you give it to your kids. It's with your kids.
I got these games I bought from my classroom. It's dominoes, but it's math based. There's an addition one, subtraction. So we in class, and of course I had one kid that'd be like, domino. I'm like, don't say it. Don't say it. He wanted to yell out domino, mother. I'm like, boy, Mr. Farrell wasn't gonna say. I didn't know that you weren't gonna say it, but I was ready.
Sure.
And we used to have so much fun with them games. That was how I did my small groups. But yeah, let's pull those games out again.
Hey, bro, I heard you say earlier, mentioned PWI. That's the type of high school you went to?
Yep. So I'm from Bowling Green, Kentucky. So
can you hear me, Jalen?
Yeah. Can you hear me? Yeah. So I'm from Bowling Green, Kentucky. So of course, we was pretty diverse, but for the most part, most of my high school was predominantly white. I'd say like around 60% white. So we still had a good mix of folk, but it was mainly white people in our band and everything. It was me and a couple other guys that were older than me that went to K-State first, and that's kind of how I kind of heard about K-State. And then Dr. Barry Johnson, he would come to our school and recruit. So that's what kind of brought K-State to my attention and everything.
Okay.
But yeah, it was definitely
what was the difference for you? You know what I'm saying? What was that transition coming from that to K-State?
Yeah, it was definitely which I'll tell folk, it was a culture shock, but the biggest culture shock was that because I'm from like Southern Kentucky, so we're about like 30 minutes from Tennessee, so this is a lot more like Southern culture. And when you get up to K-State, you know, most people are from Detroit, Chicago, a lot more, you know, Midwestern. So really just being around more Northern Midwestern people was the bigger culture shock when I'm used to being around, you know, Southern hospitality. And, you know, you walk by someone, you know, they wave and say, what's up? You know, I get to K-State, you know, I walk by and everyone's just straight face, you know, walk right straight past it and not say nothing. So that was the kind of.
I go in Detroit, we just be like.
Yeah. So that was the bigger culture shock for myself, really.
I'm probably one of the few people that's from the Midwest that speaks to everybody and be walking around like, hey.
What was that?
Reggie, say that again.
Say that again, Flo.
We missed you. We didn't hear what you said.
I was saying you say that again.
Oh, I said that I'm probably one of the few people you meet.
I was saying, then and then
he playing around. You see that, Jalen? He playing. Oh, he disappeared. Sometimes I like to pretend like they glitching and I don't catch on right away at first. And then by the time I catch on, they laughing. Usually what happens is Herb start laughing. I'm like, oh, he's playing. Okay.
No. What I was saying is that the culture shock when I got down there, you know what I'm saying, with that Southern stuff, you know, being from Detroit, we don't speak. You know what I'm saying? If you speak, if you catch eye, you just do one of them. You know what I mean? So I'm walking to the gas station, man. Everybody was speaking to me like, hey, how you doing? And I walk back again, hey, how you doing? I'm thinking like, this motherfucker trying to rob me or some shit. You keep talking to me, folks. That's just how I was, man. It took me a minute to like, okay, they don't really mean no harm, you know.
Yeah, see, I was the opposite. I'd get up there, hey, what's up? Nobody was saying nothing. I'm like, dang, everybody just rude up here.
Right.
Like, I'm just different.
We're eating y'all coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So mean.
Right.
He's so mean.
All right. What type of cigars y'all smoking today?
I'm smoking
What type of cigars you're smoking today?
Tatiana Vanilla.
Cameroon.
Oh, she got the Tatiana Vanilla.
I just like the way it smells.
I got that Nico Libre.
Nico Libre.
All right, Nico Libre cigars. Y'all go ahead and hit us up.
Yeah, we need a sponsor, Tatiana.
Hey, what you got? What you drinking on?
So my drink of the day was
I got my famous juice today. Cranberry pineapple juice.
Hey, mine, since it's the holidays, I'm doing the eggnog and hen dog. Eggnog.
Milk and liquor.
Ew.
Eggnog.
Sounds like you're gonna be on the toilet.
I'm always on the toilet. Hey,
yeah, I'm on the toilet today.
Hey, listen, bowels always clean. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Stay clean, stay alive.
Hey, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. We must.
That's gonna come back again later.
Must shit. If you don't, you will die.
Yeah.
What Herb at? He in the bathroom.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's living. Herb is living.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. You know, I got my TV in there. I got my glasses. You know, I got my table set up.
The whole setup.
You know, I got candles. You know, when I want to feel, you know, cool. You know, I got the fans in there. I got my heater in there.
It sounds like a whole self-care routine. I mean, hey, I can't knock it.
You got to take care of your body.
If you don't love you, who gonna love you?
Absolutely.
You need some potpourri in there.
No, it's my bathroom, so I gotta get this. I want to smell it. That's a personal preference.
Know that that's me in there.
Y'all know what's in here.
I hope you got your own bathroom that nobody else can go into. Good.
If it smell any other different, who's in here?
It smell like flowers in here. Who been pooping in my bathroom? Wife, you been pooping flowers.
Oh, we can tell. We can tell.
Oh yeah,
y'all like to mess with stuff and touch stuff and move stuff.
Yeah, we like to clean and organize stuff.
No. So okay, hold on, stop. There is an organization. There's an organization that we have. It may not look organized to you guys, but it's organized to us. We know exactly where we're going to go get it. Thank you for the hand singers. Jalen, where you at? Get down with the get down.
Jay, I like to imitate people sometimes, and so I just randomly start whatever they're doing. I don't know why I do this. I do it to my boss. Those
are those acting skills.
Right.
Those are the acting skills.
Got big movements.
When he sees me doing it, he just can't do nothing but laugh. It's funny to him too. And I just be like, he talk with his hands too. I told him last week he looked like a mafia boss.
I think it's coming, Hurt. I think it's coming. I think Kenny G coming. We got a saxophone player on here. I think he coming.
It's coming. Oh my God.
You know, I think the older I've gotten, like I can listen to jazz music, but something about the saxophone, I can't listen to it for too long. And what it is when they get to doing that, it drives me crazy. If it's just a smooth saxophone, I'm like, okay, I can listen. But when it gets to being too busy, I don't know. I know it's a me thing. I don't know if it's an age thing. I just becoming an old lady. I don't know. Do y'all notice anything like that with y'all since y'all have gotten
older? I just know certain music just sound like terrible music nowadays.
Yeah.
Listen to none of that mumble rap.
Mm-hmm. But that's what they was calling our rap.
That's about it.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
but I do like Glorilla though. Yeah, Glorilla got me in a chokehold for real. Like when they say she got the aunties in a chokehold.
Yeah, Glorilla got flow. I like Glorilla.
I was in the hallway at work. I work in a high school, and I'm walking down the hallway. And the kids like, I'm like, just being silly, and they thought it was hilarious. Especially the kids who I've taught before. They like, what you know about that? I'm like, what you know about me? They're like, oh, okay, this fair. I'm gonna go to class. Yeah, please go to class.
They're gonna stop liking Glorilla because you too old for it. Right. We all too old for it. Yeah.
I mean, that's fine.
Yep. That's she's listening to it now. I don't want to listen to that.
All their music, they can stop liking. Like you heard Lil Uzi Vert? I ain't heard none of his music. I don't know who he is.
Yeah.
I just know his name. If he walked in my house, I wouldn't know who he was. I just know his name on paper. Because I'm like, Uzi sounds like a gun, and I don't know what a vert is. But hey.
Girl of Vert.
Oh, maybe he related to him. But back in our day, everybody's name was Big something or Lig something. Uzi. Lil Kim, Biggie, Big, was it? I can't think of nobody else's names, but you know.
Big Pun.
Big Pun.
Or
Lil Yesty. Big and Little. That's what our thing was back in our day.
You had the Ice.
Ice T.
In the beginning, it was MC.
Yep. Yeah.
MC this, MC that.
The DJ.
Man.
Yeah.
MC Light. He was an MC. Because I love black. Yeah.
I love black what?
Come on now.
Okay.
Oh, you don't know nothing about DJ Quick then if you don't know the rest of the word to that.
I didn't listen to a lot of DJ Quick.
Hey Jalen, like I don't even know that name.
I know the name, but that's a little. I couldn't tell you no DJ Quick.
Nothing. Pull up some DJ Quick, you'd be like, oh.
There's a song that's popping in my head.
You gotta go back and listen to that album.
Megan sampled it. What's that?
Yeah,
good.
I'll tap in.
Nothing in life. Well, I gotta get rich. That was easy. DJ Quick, wasn't it?
No, you talking about Easy.
No. That's Easy E. Knowing nothing in life but to be legit.
Hey,
don't quote me, boy, because I ain't saying dope.
Yeah, that's what I just heard in my head. So wait a minute, what can I think of? Easy E. Who was the guy you just said?
You talking about DJ Quick?
Easy.
I can't think of DJ Quick. Yeah, you're right. I don't. I can't think of DJ Quick.
As soon as you hear the songs, you will remember. You were like, "Oh, that was DJ Quick."
Yeah, you know. Mm-hmm.
You know, as soon as you hear it.
I know we
Tonight,
driving back
one
from
is
Maryland.
Night.
Smash.
Yes, I remember that song. Okay. I gave my kids a crash course of 90s hip hop, who was listening to some of everything, stuff I had never even heard of before. And they like, Mommy, I'm like, I'm in my zone. We were driving through Pennsylvania. I was bored. Had to stay awake. And then we started counting all the signs. We counted about 100 Trump signs within, I don't know how many miles. Before I think I counted 100 Trump signs and then maybe about 40 Kamala. And I'm like, dang.
Where's this at?
Get out of here. Huh?
Where's this at?
Driving through PA. I think I was driving to Maryland. And we just was bored, started counting signs. And it got to the point where we'd be like 10 of them in a row. I'm like, okay, 10.
Speaking of that, Jalen, Jalen, you in education, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're in education, right?
Yep. So
what's your thoughts on that project 2025, man? When it comes to the education part of it,
I don't think people realize how it could really hurt the education system, especially, you know, there are a lot of talks within it to get rid of the Department of Education, and I think the reason is to give it, you know, back to the states, and that's not, I feel like in the long run that's not going to help all of our children, because all kids have different needs. You can't just say, here, y'all go figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Then there's also a lot of talk, you know, about getting rid of, you know, a lot of DEI within education, and essentially, you know, you're taking out parts of history that you're not teaching to our students. And of course, you know, I'm gonna teach my son, you know, that history regardless, but there are gonna be a lot of people who don't get that history. So I think it could really, you know, hopefully it doesn't, you know, get to that point. I wouldn't be surprised if they do make some big changes that in the long run hurt a lot of our students. And I think we're already starting to see a lot of kids are struggling to read. There are a lot of students, even in college now, that can't even read a full book or really comprehend what they're reading. So it may be something where we're looking at 20, 30 years from now, and, you know, half the people in the workforce are struggling to read or just using ChatGPT to, you know, do a lot of assignments. And that's not a place that I feel like we should be heading towards. So
I think that a lot of the kids are going to suffer first would be our special education kids.
Yep.
Yep. And
and a lot of people don't realize that the funds that are received for education, a lot of those is for, you know, special education and students with those needs. So I don't know. It's tough to really think about. So
yeah.
I was reading something somewhere where it was saying, like, you know, there used to be this attention span of 3 to 5 minutes, and now kids are not even able to read these words, but they can read emojis better than they can read words. And so they're talking about maybe doing more stuff with these emojis to that becoming some type of form of reading. I don't think that's a good thing, even though that's where it started off at. You know, you think about the hieroglyphics, that's all the hieroglyphics are. They're emojis. That's where they got the emojis from. You know what I mean? And he was reading from that. Maybe that's a good thing, maybe it's not. I just think that in some fashion with this project 2025, AI is involved in it some type of way. And how does that look when it comes to your teachers? You know what I'm saying? Do you get rid of the teachers then? Because now you can teach 2,000 kids at one time with one AI. So I don't know.
It loses the personal touch, though.
That's
you know?
that's a great question.
And and not everybody can learn just from learning
Social.
from a screen or a robot.
Yeah. And then AI wouldn't be able to identify a learning challenge with a kid. Because as a teacher in the classroom, if you're teaching to a class, you can notice if a kid is struggling with something or if they're falling behind. You know what I'm saying? You can walk through, different things that teachers can do that AI can't. And they can think they can replace us, but they can't. Now,
kind of like sorry.
Huh?
I was saying, kind of like I mentioned earlier, if you get rid of the Department of Education and give it back to the states, not every state has the funding to really fund, AI and all this other stuff. So you look at Kentucky, which is one of the poorer states, all students are already behind. They're going to find even more behind. So
yeah. And then what I was thinking when you mentioned the emojis and hieroglyphics, instead of moving towards that, why don't they come up with something that incorporates it maybe, and then eventually those kids who are doing better with reading emojis, maybe they could transition into getting better at reading actual words. Because I feel like to just do away with the words, it kind of dumbing it down. Then our children won't be able to compete on a global scale. Because there's other countries, don't quote me for exactly, but I'm thinking some of the Asian countries like China, they go to school all year round. Their kids I've seen some schools that look like they might be Montessori schools over there where they're teaching kids home ec looking type things. And these kids are like toddlers, learning how to prepare meals, learning how to things that we got teenagers in our country that can't do that. My
that goes to, that's the thing is, it's not that you have to go to school. It's not that you have to go to school all year round to be a better society and a better group of people. It's the quality of the teaching. You know what I'm saying? We don't have great quality of teachers. We just don't. I'm quite sure y'all have seen it. You know what I'm saying? Where those teachers just coming to get a check, or they just can't deal with what's going on in the classroom and they give up. All that kind of stuff.
And they just decide to be a babysitter. I think that we do a huge disservice. And I don't know how this is going to sound when I say it, but I'm going to say this first. I'm an uncertified teacher. I think that we're doing our students a huge disservice by allowing so many uncertified teachers in the classroom without giving them some kind of path towards certification or some kind of support. Because if I wasn't the type of human being that I am, where I can identify needs with kids, I may not know what those needs are, but I can say, hey, this kid is struggling with such and such. I don't know how to help them. Whereas another teacher might be like, oh, this kid just can't read and just keep on going. No, I'm like, okay, this baby is struggling with blah, blah, blah. Now I've learned that I've learned how to dissect to figure out what they're struggling with. So if it's a reading comprehension thing, it could be informational text. It could be, so now I've learned a couple of things, but I took the time to figure that out. Whereas there's most people who are not certified who just could care less, couldn't care less. And I think that they need to do a better job of what's the word? Recruiting, if that makes sense. Yeah. And not a lot. I understand the need, and I understand that a lot of teachers have exited the field, but that's the problem too. Why are they exiting?
I think.
Oh, that's simple. You exit because of your leadership. It's your leadership.
Yeah.
So most people leave a job because of the leadership. You know what I mean? And it's how that leader make you feel. You know what I'm saying? If you don't feel like what you're doing is enough, and it's just a lot of BS going around in politics, and you know what I'm saying, you're not supporting your teachers and things like that, guess what? Them teachers going to leave. They are. They're going to.
We've had a few in our district do it. Just like, all right, I'm gone.
And I think another big thing is they're underpaid. So you're being unappreciated, and I'm being underpaid. I can find a better opportunity somewhere else. And then kind of like you mentioned, if you require them to get certified, or you pay them more, but require that certification, you'll get, better talent coming in.
Yeah.
So,
it's
a lot goes into it.
I don't think they should disband the Department of
There's some certification people that.
That's true too.
Yeah.
That's true. I've definitely seen that as well.
I just feel like, why take the time to get the certification and then just tap out?
I mean, I definitely.
Because it ain't easy.
I definitely think you need to revamp the education.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We definitely need to revamp it though. We still living off Eric Erickson and all of them philosophers and things like that. We need to revamp this stuff now.
Yeah. It needs to be revamped.
We're in a totally different century.
Yeah. But 2025 is not the revamp it needs to be. It needs to be completely. In my opinion.
No, it's not. No.
I think that they need to allow
I
people who
agree.
have credentials be the ones to dissect the Department of Education and figure out what needs to be fixed. Not just that man picking his friends and putting them in positions of power because they have no idea. You know, and I also think it needs to be teachers
Yes.
to be involved to revamp the environment that they teach in. Because all these administrators, like I'm on the administrator side now, and I still advocate for my teachers when it comes to enrolling kids in classes. I'm saying, hey, this teacher has this many kids. That's too many. We need to cap it off. We need to hire some more teachers. Whereas everybody else on my team is like, okay, we just bringing in students. No, I know what it's like to have 37 kids in the classroom as the only teacher with no support. You know, that's not cool. It was not fun. And it didn't even occur to me to quit because I'm just not a quitter like that, you know. But looking back at that year when I had that many kids, people were like, we surprised you even stayed. I'm like, oh, I didn't even know it was a thing to quit. You just, but I come from customer service where I've had jobs where I hated my supervisors, didn't like my coworkers, got cussed out from morning to the end of my shift. So I wasn't getting cussed out. So it didn't trigger a desire to quit for me. You know, I'm just like, all right, well, these kids, they just kids, you know. I don't know, but we gotta figure something out.
Yeah.
Well, bro, man, we come to the end of this podcast and everything. We definitely enjoyed you being on here and everything, and having good conversation with you and getting to know you a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate you coming and joining us, man.
Oh, man, I appreciate y'all having me on. It's definitely a good time speaking with y'all and love the podcast y'all doing, man. I thank y'all again.
Yeah. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, since you said it earlier, since you say y'all's the dogs, the next time I'm in town, the K-State, if go homecoming or whatever, and the three of y'all together, it's on. Right in front of the band.
We gonna be ready. I'm gonna text them after this and let them know we coming for you.
On. I want it. I want all the smoke. I want all the smoke.
Most def. We'll be ready.
Herb, be there to help your boy out in case he you know, his backup or something.
Grown man.
Hey, Herb, hey, you know, if I'm gonna say something, he already know. I'm gonna get in shape for it already. I'm gonna be ready. Look,
hey, all I need to hear is one word, and then you know I'm on it. But you know, if he going out there to go do his dancing thing, grown man. There we go. But like know the word, you know where I'm gonna be at.
With ice pack.
Right.
All right, peace, Jay.
Appreciate you, bro. Hey.
See you all.